Hey there, guys. I'm Kevin the Comic Doctor, and I'm a comic book presser located in Oshawa, Ontario, Canada. And you are watching another live unboxing. I received two CGC submissions returned to me on, I think it was Monday, yesterday. And, well, here I am to share them with you, as I promised I would. Now, again, some of these are pre-screened books, and if I've got doubles, I'm not going to waste a lot of time on those. I'll get right to the good stuff. And there are some nice books in here. But first off, I want to do some housekeeping here. I want to make some announcements. First, I want to say congratulations to Henry out of Quebec for winning our Google review draw, our 50 Google review draw. That's right, guys. I'm over on Google. You can check me out. If you type in Comic Doctor in Google, you'll see my whole... my profile there, and the links to my website, links to my Facebook, and all that jazz. And there's actually a lot of reviews there. And I want to say thank you to all those that took the time out to leave me a review. Those people that I actually worked with. I don't want reviews from those I haven't worked with. I'd like to have reviews for those I obviously have worked with. And those people who did leave me a review, thank you very much. And as promised, I finally did the draw, and Henry was the winner of that $100 gift card. Not too shabby. If you're new here, guys, well, this is a place where we talk about comic books. I do lots of CGC unboxings. We do have conversations about the movies and all the other good stuff that goes along with comic books. But every once in a while, I have draws and giveaways. I just had a big draw for my 1,000 subscriber draw, and the next one's going to be at 1,500 subscribers. Right now, I am up for grabs a $250 gift certificate for the Comic Doctor, and that includes comic book pressing or cleaning or grading, whatever. You can use it any way you'd like. That's up for grabs, and who knows what other awesome gifts might show up. Also, on the docket today, you might notice my website, or not my website, sorry, my channel is now monetized. So if you look down below there should be little, super chat opportunities, and there might be some commercials, and if they're bothersome, let me know. I don't know what it looks like from your end, but let me know what you think. So that's pretty cool. Again, I wouldn't have gotten there without you, and I thank you all for watching and tuning in and supporting the channel, leaving comments and liking the content. Also, you may have noticed, if you were subscribed to my newsletter, you may have seen that I have I've kind of slowed things down a bit. I am at critical mass here. I have no more room for comic books. I am slammed. I have boxes that have been shipped into me, comics still in the package they were sent in, because I don't have room to unpack them yet. So at this point, I'm going to say I'm at critical mass, and I'm not shutting down by any means, but what I am doing is, from this point forward until further notice, that is, I'm only going to accept high value comic books. That basically are books that are $1,000 value per book. I'm hoping that's I don't get those all the time. Obviously, guys, most of the books I get aren't that value, or that, of that value. So I'm hoping that'll slow things down somewhat, so I can finally get on top of this ridiculous backlog that I seem to always have. I don't like having this backlog. I want to get on top of it. And by doing this, I think I'll be able to take a bite out of that, which I'm hoping to do. Now, that being said, if you do have high value books that you want to still have worked on, they'll go to the front of the line, and I will send them in to CGC for you as well. Any questions about that, by all means, just give me a holler, and we can go from there. If I've talked to you over the last few weeks and you have a submission form already ready to go, send it in. We've already made that determination or those arrangements. But if you're planning on sending anything in now, just maybe hold off. That being said, it would probably be in your best interest to fill out a submission form. But Kevin, you just said you don't want to take submissions. You're right. But by filling out that submission form and submitting it to me, it gives you a timestamp, a date stamp on your invoice. And I go by those date stamps. So if you put a submission form in for today, November 23rd, and you submit your books to me, say in January sometime, your submission form goes all the way back to now. So you'll be one of the first ones I work on when I open the floodgates once again. So if you're thinking of submitting books, still go over to my website, click on the Submit Now button, and follow the instructions and submit those books to me. Okay? Also, today, in about 2.5 hours, I guess, three hours, I'm going to be over at Robert Meyer Burnett's website again, and I don't think I have the comics here. No, I don't. Oh, they're way over there. I'm not going to get up, but I'm going to be giving out 2 Hawkeye-related comic books today over at Robert Meyer Burnett's website at Robservations. Go to the Burnett Work on YouTube, and it's at 5:30 Los Angeles time, so it's Pacific Standard Time, I think it's called. Head on over there. No, it's not 5:30. It's 5:30 Eastern Standard Time, which I think is 2:30 Pacific Standard Time. So head over there and check it out. But you know what, guys? You didn't come here to hear me ramble on about all this. You came here to see some comic books. Well, check these babies out. Now, again, this one here, and we'll go over to the chat section in a minute. This one here, again, had a lot of pre-screens in it, or a few pre-screens, but look at some of the beauties that are in here. We'll start off with Mega Man number 3, first appearance of Lobo. Darth Vader, number 3 to 9.6. First Dr. Aphra, I believe that is. And another one in a 9.4. Miss Marvel, number 1 in a 9.0. I think my dog's barking at something down there, guys. Just ignore that if you are hearing the barking. Nice. TMNT Adventures number 1 in a 9.8. Sweet. Is that Canadian? No, I don't think so. Oh, maybe it is. I'm not sure if that's Canadian. It doesn't say Canadian variant or not, but nice book. Nonetheless, what else we got? Super Mario Brothers. Look at that, guys. 9.8. Beautiful. That's a pretty rare book of Valiant Super Mario Brothers. Amazing Spider-Man 129, a 3.0. This is about 6 different orders in here, believe it or not. Quite a few different orders. Oh, how about that? Avengers number 1 in a 2.0. Here you go, Henry. I know you like your Silver Age books. What's up going on with that cover there? Anyway, pretty cool. 2.5. And I'm thinking these guys have been a little bit laxed. A little bit laxed on their grading of older books. I'm seeing a lot of... I was complaining about the other day, if you were watching the unboxing, I was complaining about a lot of the modern books being very strict on the grades. But I'm noticing a lot of the Silver Age books coming back a little higher than I'm anticipating. It's happening over and over and over again. Anyways, here we got Daredevil number 1 in a 3.0. Gotta love that. Giant Size X-Men number 1 in a 3.0. And you know what? Is this the one? This might be the one. Hey, Craig, if you're watching, I think this is the one. I think this is the one that I was talking about. So anyways, it had some staining on the edge here. But the book is all there. It's intact. It's incomplete. Low-grade Giant Size X-Men 1. An affordable copy for someone who needs it for their run. And then we got many of the same book here. Let me... oh, here we go. Punisher War Journal number 1 and a 9.8. This is the pre-screen. Some pre-screen books. Another same thing. Same thing. Another 9.8. I don't want to... Yeah, these are all Punisher War Journals, 9.6. They're all 9.6, 9.8s. And then, oh, this is cool. This is Ken. This is Ken's book from Kingston. There you go. And you guys probably saw this in the show a few months ago. This book had quite the story. Let me just check something here, guys. Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. So basically, guys, Ken gave me this book, and Ken's a longtime client of mine. I've known Ken for several years now. He's out of Kingston. He sent me this book 3 months ago, 4 months ago, maybe. I'm not exactly sure when, but around that time. And it had some writing on there. It had some writing on there, you know. And when you're playing with taking pencil marks off of color, oftentimes you're going to lose some of the color, and I don't like playing with that. I did try a little bit. It started coming off, but I wasn't happy with it. So I mentioned to Ken that I was going to send it to a guy down in the States called Kenny Sanderson Studios. If you check him out on Instagram, guys, he does God's work. I'm telling you, the restoration work this guy does is unbelievable. He takes books that are crispy. I mean crispy, and he breathes new life right back into them. So Ken spent a little time on this and reduce some of the pencil markings. He did a pretty good job. You still can see it, of course. You're never going to get rid of it completely. I don't know if you can see it if I go close up or not. Yeah, right about right here. I'm going to try to tilt it. If the light can hit it a certain way. There, too much. Anyways, much more presentable. So I had Ken take off as much pencil as he can without removing the yellow. And yeah, it worked out quite well. So I think the book presents pretty good. Pretty good. So thanks to Ken Sanderson for helping me out in that regard. And thanks to Ken Talick for sending the book to me. And Ken, it's ready for pickup or mailing, whatever you prefer. And that's it for this box, I believe. Yeah, it is. Let me step back a bit here. Let's go over to this. Let's go over to the chat and see if anybody's discussing anything. Let's go. Where is the chat window? Right there. Anybody? Oh, we got some conversations going on. I'll be there in 1 second as I swap out these boxes. 1 sec. No. The other box has got a lot of books in it too. Full 25. Oh boy. Whew, heavy box. All right, let's see what everybody's talking about out there. Oh, it's over there. Okay. All right. Let's see. The gang is here. Hey, Luke, how's it going? Marty's here. Trepidation. I know, Marty, eh? Mike, good afternoon, kind sir. Hello, Mike. Good to see you. Thanks for popping by. Hello, Davey and Frank. Kevin, are you turning this into CGC of the North? Time to build an addition on for more storage. That is the problem. I have about 7 long boxes where I keep everyone's books organized. And those 7 long boxes are, it's in my office here, are completely full. Then I have another storage area where I keep another couple of long boxes. And then I have another storage area where I keep like parcels that come in from, FedEx or whatever. And yeah, I'm at critical mass. Like I said, it's getting to the point now where it's spilling out, and I don't like that. So time to just kind of, chill out for a second, work my buns off, and try to get this under control. That's my big thing. And Christmas time is coming up now too, so everyone's gonna be busy doing Christmas stuff. And you know what? I'll still do these videos, of course, because I've got lots of material to share with you all, and I'll continue to do the videos. But I'm gonna focus on these books that I have in hand right now. I'll tell you though, Frank, I had a garage built about 3 years ago, and it's a single car garage. And I should have made it like a 4-car garage. I should have built it way bigger. I totally underestimated how much space I was going to need. And yeah, anyways. Wayne, fingers crossed, and my submission's coming soon. We'll see. I'm checking. Sounding good, Kevin. Looking better. Thanks. Nice turtles. Hey, family, how you doing? Patrick, how you doing? Frank's, oh, that's a nice Super Mario Brothers. It is a very nice Mario Brothers comic. And that one belongs to Rob, I believe, out of Toronto. James is here from New Mexico. Hello, James. Good to see you, my friend. Why does CGC not mark CPVs all the time? I just think it's, even when I ask them to mark CPVs, they sometimes don't. It's just, hey, look, if it's a CPV and they don't mark it, you can always complain, and then you send the book back, and they'll do it. But I mean, yeah, it's just an oversight. Simply put, it's a mistake. They make a mistake. Fingers crossed, that's my Turtles book. I think that Turtles book actually belongs to Rob from Toronto because it went along with the Super Mario's book. I'm pretty sure. I'd buy that for $1. So would I. So would I, my friend. Luke says, that cover look shifted on the... Yes, it did. And I don't remember it leaving here like that, but I don't remember exactly. I go through so many, Luke. I'm not 100% sure. But the back of the book also has issues. And I think it's messed up. I'm surprised I got a 2.5 with that spine. I thought it would get like a 2, Oh man, DD1 is on my want list. Yes, it's on a lot of people's want list right now, and the book continues to escalate in value. What if I want to read the comic in the futuristic plastic? Well then, Dennis, you crack it out of the futuristic plastic, and if you ever want to seal it, you have to start the process all over again. Or sign up for like Marvel.com and you can read all the comic books online now, I guess. Eventually, Lois drove Soups insane. Don't they all drive us insane? Don't they drive us all insane? I don't know. Maybe I should shut up. Hopefully that wasn't mine. No, it's not, Chris. It was not yours. No. Yours is probably still there. It's still actually. I think yours is yours there yet? I don't remember anymore, Chris. I don't remember. I think yours is either there now. If it's not there, right this second, it's going to get there like today or tomorrow. I can't remember if I said it last week or the week before. Anyways. Kent uses alien technique of Kenny uses alien techniques of restoration. Seriously, it's Ken. Yeah, that's right. He's fantastic, guys. Even just to check out his Instagram page, it's unbelievable the work this guy does. He's really amazing, and he shows all the process of it. It's really detailed and it's amazing. How we can take like really brittle paper, deacidify it, and make it look like brand new paper again, all the while keeping the artwork and the comic book intact. It's beautiful. Marco says, hello, Kevin, live from my home office desk. Well, shouldn't you be working, Marco? What's going on here? It's only 2:20 in the afternoon. I'm just joking. Glad you could join us. Family, favorite comic shop warehouse of love, Kitchener. Past favorite, Dragon Lady, Toronto. Yes, family. Dragon Lady I used to go to a long time ago, and Grey Legion as well. And if you're talking about Kitchener, are you talking about what's his name? What's his name? Last time I saw this dude was at the Fan Expo like 3 years ago. Curly hair, tall guy, glasses, black hair. Starts with a G, I think. I can't remember his first name. But anyways, that's the guy in Kitchener. He's got a big warehouse out there. Hi, Kevin from the Great White Expanse of niceness. That's right. I mean, Kevin from the Great White North. Peter G, like Wayne, I am waiting to see my submission of Silver and Early Bronze Age these past few months. Yes, they will come. They're there. Brouhaha. Hey, all. Hello, Brouhaha. How's it going? Junk Drunk. Why don't you limit the amount of submissions to you per person so you don't get swamped? Well, Junk Drunk, I do. Most people do not give me 50 books, right? I would say the average amount of books I get, 15, 20, maybe. But then I also get orders of 3, 5, 10, that sort of thing. But sometimes, once in a blue moon, a client will come over and give me drop like 3 short boxes or 4 short boxes. But they know they got to wait a long time to get those back. I don't know. I used to do it in a way where I used to have a calendar and actually give people like a doctor. I give people slots. I'd say, okay, Monday I'm working on Peter's book. Tuesday I'm working on Brouhaha's book. Wednesday I'm working on Dennis's books, and Thursday on Wayne's book, so on and so forth. And that worked not bad. But then I found if there was an interruption, everything would get all skewed and it was a big mess. So I just kind of hammer away at it. I don't know. There's got to be a better way. Maybe if I had a secretary handling this. And you've got to remember something too. Junk Drunk. I'm also not only pressing the books, cleaning the books, doing all the CGC paperwork, packing the books, sending the books, keeping track of the books, dealing with FedEx Customs. I'll give you an example of that in just a second. Doing these YouTube videos now, which is more work, and accounting, dealing with whatever. It's a lot of. I'm wearing a lot of hats. Basically, I'm doing it all myself. Everything. If I was just sitting there pressing and cleaning and not, but even going to my shop on Saturdays, I'm getting a lot of books at my shop. Like I'm telling you, 3 weeks ago, on one Saturday, I had 150 books submitted, guys. On one Saturday. It's like, oh my Lord, it was crazy. And how am I? I don't know. Guys show up at my shop and they bring the books. So that's why I'm doing this right now. I am putting kind of a freeze on, I guess you could call them lower value bulk books, and I'm only going to look at high value books. And I know that means I'm saying I'm putting a lot of people on hold for now. Hopefully you'll wait. If you can't wait, if you're in a rush, again, I've got lots of videos on how to find another presser and try to find somebody else to work with as well too. But if you're not in a rush, you're not in a hurry, chill, Stay with me, and we'll get the books done for you. I promise you that much. But I want to talk about, actually, you made a good point. I was talking about the shipping thing. The other day, an American sent me some books, and there was a $350 customs charge. And so I paid it to get his books back. And the reason he did that is he wanted to insure the books. And I don't know if you have to actually declare to customs the value of the books inside with the insurance. I don't know how USPS works. Long story short, he did not put any notes on the packaging saying the books were going to be returned to him. They have not been sold. So anyways, customs assumes the books have been sold. They charged me $350 HST, which is our tax. I pay it. So I had to write a letter. So I spent, 20 minutes composing a letter. I, mailed it. I go to the post office, mail the letter, so I mean, there's more, all that kind of stuff. You never know what's going to happen from day to day. There's always things that go on in the comic doctor's office. So he'll get his $350 back, I would think. But it might take 3, 4, 5 months because they don't act fast. Anyways, just to give you an idea, Junk Drunk, I do my best as a one-man show. And sometimes I just get overwhelmed. Wayne, you all need to wait until my next batch comes back. Super Mario 1, Game Boy 1, Zelda 1, Simpsons 1. I can't wait. Yeah, a lot of good stuff in there. Wes! That's his name, Family E. Thank you. G. Here I am saying it starts with a G. Not even close. It's Wes out in Kitchener. That's right. Big warehouse. Yep. Paul is out from that way as well. That's where he buys them. And Wes usually shows up to the Toronto Comic Book Show as well when it was running. Will he come back? I don't know. If you see Wes, say hi from the Comic Doctor. I haven't seen him in a long time. Oh, I feel like you're calling me out, Kevin, for 50 books. No. Wayne, it's not you alone. It's a lot of people, a lot of guys. That's okay. My wife sometimes, Wayne says, hire your wife. She sometimes says, you know what, maybe you can show me and I'll help you. Because like me, she's a student of the arts, right? She did visual arts at university and, she's a very detail-oriented person and she could probably handle it. But, every time she says it, that she then talks herself out of it. And I don't want, I get guys asking me all the time, Kevin, let me help you, let me help you. You got to remember something. You tell me, you're my clients. You give me books. You give me 10 of your books. Do you want me to hand your books off to someone else? Right? And I think the answer to that is no freaking way. And so while people out there are doing good work and I trust them, I in good consciousness can't give your books to someone else. Now I do have someone who does clean books for me from time to time. And I've been working with him for years. He doesn't press them. He cleans them. I trained him. We worked together in-house, and then he went off, and I give him books, and he, a few at a time, and he brings them back. He's in the town next door. And that has worked out pretty well. But again, for me to let other people work on client books, I would have to have a facility where I have all the presses set up, all the workstations set up. And if I've got some guy working on your books, I'm there as well with your books, and I'm overseeing it like a foreman. That I'd feel a little bit better, about doing, but that's not the way it is. I don't have the space for that. I am not about to go out and spend $5,000 a month on a bigger facility. It's just not worth it. And to do that, I'll just scale it right back and work with a select few. Listen, I've got guys who want me to work on their books exclusively. And I've got a couple of dealers, Kevin, just take my books only. Don't do any more CGC, don't do work. But I'm like, that's nice, but it's also, it's not as much fun, is it? I mean, I like interacting with people. With you guys, even, I like to shoot the shit with you guys. I like the idea of owning a business and providing a service, which I know has been, in my area at least, has not been done properly. And so I am happy to do it. And I'm not talking about the pressing necessarily. I'm more about the CGC submissions and taking that seriously and doing it properly so that if issues arise, those issues are taken care of. It's a pain in the butt, but it comes along with the business. So could I go an easy road? Could I take an easier road in terms of working with one or two people? Yeah, probably. But I don't want another boss. I don't want a boss. I like doing it. I like being the boss and working with you guys. So that's why I haven't done that yet. And Dennis yells out apprentice. Yeah, I know. Same thing. I have to get a Leaf hat. I know this is my uncle's Detroit. My uncle's a Detroit fan. And I had bedhead. I had really bad hair this morning, and I didn't have a chance to clean myself up for this. So on with the Detroit Red Wings hat. But I'll get a Leaf hat, yeah, for sure. I was at the game 2 weeks ago, and I should have picked one up, and I didn't. Fiendish Dr. Wu, I blame Wayne for submitting 50 books. Yeah, Wayne, it's all your freaking fault, man. What are you doing? Dennis Mason, Leafs hat. Sounds like an ant thing. No, Leaf is the Toronto Maple Leafs, one of the best teams in the NHL. Dennis, Kevin is a perfectionist, which can be oppressive. To myself, yeah. And I totally understand not wanting less than perfect assistance. Well, that's just it, guys. I hired someone once. I spent many weeks training them, and they were gone in 2 months. You know, it takes a certain person. You know, I had a buddy at work who, another teacher friend of mine who was into comic books too. And he goes, I wouldn't mind doing that, make some extra money. I said, come on over. I set him all up. I gave him a little workstation. I showed him how to clean books. He worked for 20 minutes, and he said, you know what, Kevin? I said, you go what? He goes, nah, not for me. He put all the utensils down and left. So it takes a certain person, right? I'm hoping my son, Jackson, who you all met, a few weeks ago, he wants to do it, but he's just too young. Yeah, my daughter, Charlie, she's a possibility as well, too. She's at that working age. Like, she wants to go off and work at, like, at the Dairy Queen or McDonald's. I guess it's more social, I suppose, than working with her old man. But I can pay her a hell of a lot more doing this. And she knows that. So I'm hoping she's going to take it up. She has cleaned books before, but only a little bit. We'll see. We'll get on top of this, guys. We'll get on top of this. Marty, leave well enough alone. If you can't wait, don't submit. And that's just it, right? It is what it is. I'm a one-man show. I think everybody knows that now. If they want me to do the books and do them right and take care of their books as though they were my own, then you got to wait. That's all there is to it. I'm not giving your books to other people. I won't do that. I just won't do that. And by the way, when I mentioned that guy who does clean books for me, generally speaking, the guys who do give big orders usually goes to him because he's a great cleaner, man. He cleans very well. Dennis, how, sir, can you relieve the workload? Practically speaking, you guys even. How, sir, can you relieve the workload? By reducing the amount of books that are coming in. And that's what I'm hoping will happen by just kind of focusing on, like right now saying high grade or high value books only. That's going to exclude a lot of people. Most people are submitting books, in the $400, $500, $600 range. I'm only going to do books. I'm only going to take books in from now until I catch up of high value. Now, that being said, I do expect that I'll be back to normal in January, sometime in January, maybe late January, but that's right. I think I'll open the floodgates again. Wayne, when you become too big, it becomes a double-edged sword. Think elves and the shoemaker. Yeah, you're right. Big bad hair. Maple Leafs, my bad. No problem. Not for me. Family, go Leafs, go. Dennis, send daughter to Hollywood, and I will introduce you to my influential invisible friends. Well, that's no good. Wayne, when are your kids 18? I can hook them up with bank. Oh, geez, Wayne, that's good to know. Banking jobs? Yeah, I'll talk to you about that. Charlie, my daughter, would love that. Working at a bank, I think she would absolutely love it. Well, you know what, guys? It's time to look at the next box. And this one has 1, 2, some more pre-screens, and some other books. Let's see. These all pre-screens? No, these are not all pre-screens. This might not be as exciting a box, but we'll give her a shot. No Silver Age in here, so I don't think there is anyway. And the box is totally backwards. One sec, guys. Let me twist this baby around, and we will see what we got. All right, let's start us off. I'll go back to the big screen. We'll come back to the chat in a second. Start us off with the Young Avengers. Not bad, and a 9.8. Young Avengers number 5 and a 7.0. They really were mean on this one. This one was not perfect, and I know this one was not perfect. I knew this was not going to get a 9.8, but a 7.0. Whoa, what the hell? They really hammered that one. See what I'm saying? The moderns are either like, I don't know. Come on. I don't know. Let's see what else we got here. They're packed in there tight. Let me, I'm going to pop these two books out so I can get at the other ones a little easier. Hope you can hear me okay. I think you can. All right, we've got another Young Avengers. This is a hot book. 9.6. Right there. That's not bad. See, this one had some issues too. I'm surprised I got a 9.6. I thought it'd be like more like a 9.2, 9.4. Oh, there we go. Captain America and Falcon, number 209. This is, Wayne, you're going to hate me, but this is another one that was done fast. I think these books have not been here very long. These went there and got returned really quickly. Right, let's see what else we have. Got some old Batman. Oh, these are nice. Batman 314 and a 9.4. This is 1979. That's not bad. Now, yeah, this order I just sent. This order I sent, I think, less than a month ago. So this is one of those modern, they fast-tracked them a little bit. Batman 313 and a 9.6. That's not too bad. I forget whose order this is, though. I totally forget whose order it is. I think I did that one already. Yes, I did. Those are not some bad books in here at all. We got another Young Avengers and a 9.6, number 2. But that might have been the same one, actually. I apologize. Here we go. Here's the new stuff. Another Batman, number 312 and a 9.0. I think these old 70s books, if you get them back in these higher 9, 9.2, 9.4, I think they're not worth millions of dollars, but they're certainly worth a pretty penny. A 9.4 of Batman 311. What we got here? Alpha Flight number 1. And this is the normal version and a 9.6. Direct copy. Ooh, it's hot in here, guy. Oh, look at this. I'm so jealous. I need to get a copy of this bloody book. That's not bad at all. Marty, this is close to the condition of yours, and I thought this had a shot at a 9.8, and it certainly did. It's a 9.6. Gorgeous. White pager. Beautiful book. Beautiful book. Is it bad that I get another one? Is it bad that I get jealous of these books sometimes? I want them for myself. Here's another one in a 9.0. This one presents really well as also. And again, this one here I thought was going to be like an 8.5, and it came back a 9. So, what do I know? The Sandman and a 9 point. This is a pre-screen, 9698, remember? From Rob. This is the last of Rob's pre-screens. Some of these, well, all of his pre-screens will be for sale. And like I said, Rob is the proprietor over in Toronto at a store called Flip, F-L-I-P. He has like hockey, vintage cards and comics and toys and all sorts of fun pop culture stuff. Akira number 38 and a 9. G.I. Joe number 1 and a 9. And I don't know if that's newsstand anyway. Newsstand. Oh, it's hot as hell in here, guys. The presses are all off right now. But I was pressing all morning, and I'm gonna do a hot yoga class once I'm done showing these comic books. All right, we'll go put our leotards on, and I'll zoom out, and we'll do a hot yoga together because it's really hot as hell in here. Oh my lord! Star Wars number 1 and a 7.5. Batman Adventures 12 and an 8.0. I think that's about right for this book. Yeah. I vaguely remember this book from a few weeks back. Are there any books in this batch so far that you'd love to add to your collection? Let me know in the comment section below. Oh, look at that. The ASM 361 makes its infamous return. Back to a CGC unboxing. Look at that. Still a nice book. Even though we saw them like crazy a few months back, it's still a nice book to have in your collection. Amazing Spider-Man 252. Newsstand edition and 9.4. Wow. I'm quickly checking for cracks as well. The Zelda book in a 9.6. Wayne, is this yours? I don't remember seeing this more than once, but I could be wrong. Zelda, is it? I don't remember. Wayne, this might be yours if you have one in here. I just don't remember. I won't know until I sort them all out, probably tomorrow. Oh, nice. New Mutants 87 and a 9.8. First appearance of Cable. That's all right. If you're going to have that book, you want it at a 9.8. 9.8. That's not. No. 3962. No. Again, nice copy of First Appearance of Gambit, 9.8. Huge book right now, probably around 1,500 big ones. Now the next four are my own books, I believe. Yeah, Predator #1, 9.8. White pager. Punisher War Journal #6 and a 9.8. The first Mr. Sinister, X-Men 221. 221 and a 9.8. And last but not least, Fantastic Four, number 353, first appearance of Mobius M. Mobius in a 9.8. Not too bad. All right. Well, there you go, guys. Those are some books you don't see. We haven't seen too very, other than the ASM 361. There were some books there we haven't seen in a very long time. Let's get back to chat and see what you guys are talking about. We'll shoot the breeze for a few minutes here, and then I'll let you go so I can get back to work and get ready for Rob's show tonight. All right, let's see. Where did we... The Hot Yoga got some comments. When your kids are 18, I can hook them up. That's good. Dennis says, Kevin said, even you guys. Preferred company. Yeah, even you guys. Love you guys. By high value, what are you thinking? Well, high value, I stipulated it on my newsletter. It's $1,000. Basically, it's books that are going to be go through CGC's Express tier or walkthrough tier. So basically, if you've got a book that's got to go through walkthrough or Express, those are books I'll still take right now. But yeah, Wayne went ahead and clarified that. But again, I would think by late January, I'll open the floodgates again. And I can't stress enough, though. You don't want to come to me in January and say, here's my submission form. I just did it yesterday. And you got to wait 3 months. So if you've got books you want to start putting books together for a submission, do a submission form now. Even if you don't know what books you want to put in there, just go to my submission form and say comic book #1 and put quantity 25, and that basically holds you a spot for 25 books. You know what I mean? And you can add those books yourself later. Remember, the submission forms that you get from my website, they're not written in stone. We can make amendments to them. So all you want to do is you want to give yourself a placeholder. So when I open my doors back up in January, you've got a date of right now, November 23rd. So I put you closer to the books being worked on. Otherwise, you go to the back of my binder. Right? When if you give me a submission form right now, it goes to the back of my binder, and I work towards it. Right? If you fill out a form now and give me that form in January, I'll put that form somewhere, probably towards the front or middle of the book, rather than the very back of the binder. You know what I mean? So, anyways, just a tip, a little comic doctor tip for you there. Wayne, people should be submitting moderns if less than a 9.8, unless it's some crazy sentimental value. Yeah, we talked about that, Wayne, over the last couple of sessions here. People submit books for all kinds of reasons. Some are doing it for financial reasons. They want to sell them. Others are doing it for, they're collectors. They want to have their books slabbed for their own, personal want, just so it looks good. That's fine as well. And other times it's sentimental. But yeah, honestly, to spend the money on the books, I had one guy submit some books and it says value like $15, and I charged $25 to press it. I'm like, the pressing is more than the value of the book. I don't know. Surprise. People should be submitting moderns if less than 9. Okay, Luke, it's not bad. It's there. It's done. It's there, and I haven't got it back yet. So it's just probably gonna be next week sometime. I would think they're gonna submit another. I would think they're gonna send another batch back to me at some point next week. I'm getting them almost weekly now. I don't hate you. I hate CGC. Well, you know, I don't hate CGC either. I'm glad you don't hate me. Thank you very much. And I don't hate CGC either. Again, it is a huge business it's multifaceted. It's got lots of departments and lots of moving pieces. And I can imagine how complicated running that business would be. I would not ever want to, you know, I laugh when I phone CGC. I try to be pleasant when I call them, obviously. When I'm talking to their customer service, I always ask, so, have any interesting calls today? They must get shit on all day long, right? Can you imagine being a customer service person at CGC? Not even the person that slabs the books or grades the books, but the guy who answers the phone. Can you imagine having that job, being yelled at? My book's got lost. My book is cracked. There is this in my book. I can't believe these grades. F this. F. Oh my God. They are probably berated. I just can't imagine what they go through. So yeah, I don't envy any of those people over there. But yeah, I can see why people get frustrated with all the grading companies. I wish CBCS was a better contender. I think when you have good competition, it keeps you on your toes, right? It makes you want to produce better work when you have competition, right? You want to try to one up the other guy, or you want to do something. You just want to make the service more easy for your customers. And anyways, because I think CBCS is still a distant second, CGCS is not worried. They don't care. I mean, they're trying to improve things, but it is what it is. Young Avengers is hot right now, no matter the grade. Yeah, and I had an opportunity to pick up a 9.8 for $1,200 a month and a half ago from a lady out in Milton, and I didn't do it. Yep. Comments. When read, must establish context, which is new to me. I'm used to being an unread chatter person. I'm used to being an unread chatter person. I think you're referring to the comments below. Is that what you're referring to? Or are you talking about the comments on a CGC graded book? Frank Lamute. I've had a CGC provide grader's notes on a few moderns that came back with a low grade. In each case, there was staining. This could be the same for that Young Avengers comic. It could very well be. And I'm telling you guys, sometimes people don't know what they're even submitting to me. Like, again, if I see something really off when I'm looking at a book, if I see something that doesn't seem right, I'll contact you. I'll say, you sure you want this book graded, or you know there was this? Like, I can't do that all the time merely because of the large amount of books that I'm going through. But if I see something that's a little bit off, like I said, I'll certainly call. But sometimes books will come back, like, why the hell did I get a 7.0? And then it says stain on, and we look, and it might be hard to see, but there it is. So yeah, you got to really, like I said, you want to inspect your books thoroughly before you submit to your presser. Don't just hand them off and wish for the best, unless it's some, a really big book. Especially if it's a modern book, you really want to inspect it carefully. Any staining or dents on a modern book, the grade just plummets. Davey, love those 70s Batman. Weren't they nice? They're gorgeous. And how often do we see those, right? I mean, those aren't worth doing unless they are in that type of grade. 9.4, 9.6, 9.2, 9.0. On those Batmans, I think are nice. Patrick, yep, also took notice of those Batman books. Frank says, pretty books, ASM 194, looking for that one as well. Me too, Frank. Dennis, coveting other people's comics for shame. Yeah, I know, eh? What, no ASM 3? Oh, no, we saw the 361 was there. No 300, though, this time. Every yoga class is hot yoga class. Well, I think it depends where you're going, Wayne. Right? You don't want to get in there and you get, like, guys that look like me. They're, like, all full of... Well, that'd be pretty hot, I guess. Guys that look like me, right? Leotards. Haven't heard that for a few years. What'd you call me? Just joking. Marty, 252. Mine? I don't know. I think yours was, I don't know. Was it a 9.6? If it was, potentially, I have to check. I'm not sure. Luke, I remember when ASM 94, 96 were going for 1,000. Now they have shot up. They sure have. No, he says, well, you're referring to your Zelda. Okay. I got almost $3,000 for mine. Yeah, I mean, they've gone crazy, those books. I got 1,800 trade for mine last year. So I feel sick to my stomach when I think about that book. And Marty, I was this close to just buying your book and keeping it because I wanted that book. I love that cover. But I got to draw the line, right? Even last night I was on Facebook and a guy posted a bunch of really nice early ASMs. I'm like, oh, buy them all. I'm like, are you crazy? Don't buy them all. So I got to be careful. I work with Roy. You guys see me working with Roy. Roy's a dealer. Roy does not collect. Roy buys to sell. He appreciates collectors and what have you, but he buys to sell. I also buy to sell, but I also end up keeping lots of what I buy because I'm a collector through and through. In my gut, that's what I am. So I got to be careful because when I see things and people offer me stuff, I'm like, yeah, and then I want it for myself, and that's not a good way to do things. I mean, whatever. Dude, hot yoga. This old building is heated till the 100-year-old wood warps, heated by an ancient radiator system, and I begged the new manager not to turn the heat on. Yeah, but radiators are good. It's a moist heat, right? It's not like a dry heat, which we get up here with our furnaces up in where we live here in Ontario. Marty, X-Men definitely mine. I will check. I'll check, man. Wayne, hey, your own books came back first, Kevin? And you know what sucks about that? Wayne, I paid extra. I paid for Fast Track. So I paid more than the 32. I paid another, $18 per book. And what made me mad about that is I sent them with other regular modern books. The modern books went through, and then my Fast Track went through. But I paid like almost double. So good thing, but also kind of shitty too, because I was like, well, I probably wouldn't have had it. If I knew that was going to happen, I wouldn't have paid them an extra $100. Anyways, Dennis, she said residents were complaining about the 65-degree cold. I live in classic Hollywood hell building. Oh, I wish I lived in Hollywood. I love Hollywood. I love Los Angeles. I love Hollywood. We were there 2 years ago before COVID. No, sorry, 3 years ago. Absolutely loved Los Angeles. I don't know. There's some pretty sketchy areas. Don't get me wrong. Downtown Hollywood is not a beautiful place, but I just love the buildings and I love it. I love the tint, the coloring of Hollywood. Just being there, I just love it. Anyways, if that makes any sense. Phoenix Dr. Wu, if we wanted to check on the CG status of our books, would we be able to reach out to you for this? Well, Phoenix Dr. Wu, yeah, you could. I can tell you right now, there's four steps involved with CGC, right? Once they get your books. But I can tell you, what you really want to know is the date that your books were received at CGC. Once you know the date your books were received at CGC, you can pretty much look at their turnaround time and kind of figure out where your books are at. Excuse me. The modern books, like I said, are a bit sketchy because they are actually now doing some of them really, really quickly. But yeah, Fetish Doctor, send me a text and let me know your true name, and I'll try to find them for you and let you know where they're at. Do you already take slab books for you to crack and open and get pressed, hoping for a higher grade? Junk Drunk, yes, I do. I have some over there right now that are hopefully coming back soon that I can share with you. I did a video from a book from Danny out of Alberta that I did a video about a month and a half ago, where I kind of opened some slabs up and talked about how these books, they were apparently pressed. They weren't pressed or cleaned. And I kind of went through them. Well, they haven't come back yet. Once they come back, we'll see how they bump up in grade. They better bump up in grade. And I got about 15 of them here right now, ready to be cracked and sent in as well, too. It's not always a guarantee, right? That's the thing you got to remember, Junk Drunk. Dennis, no monopolies. Patrick, got to run. Have a great day. Hey, Pat, have a good one, my friend. Take care. Thanks for popping by. I was speaking of chat being read out loud. It's kind of new to YouTube. Is it? A lot of guys do that, don't they? Dennis, you're new to the comic books. I just figured out what ASM means. I did that over at Robert Meyer Burnett's website, too. We were talking, and I kept saying ASM, and he had to clarify to people ASM means Amazing Spider-Man. Well, even though you're new, thanks for being lots of knowledge here, Dennis. If you have any questions, these guys here, I'm sure, can answer a lot of your questions. If you haven't done so, by the way, guys, you've been here for a while, hit that like button. You know, why not? We're here together. Do me a favor. Peter, waiting for your next sale on your books, Kevin. Okay, yeah, I was going to talk a bit about that as well. I'll talk a bit about that in 1 sec, Pete, because I'm going to be closing this up in just a second. Dennis Mason, do you pressers use moisture or is it just heat? I humidify the books as well, oftentimes. Not always. Like, for example, I have an order of about 20 books right now. 15 I humidified, 5 I didn't think required it. So it just depends on the nature of the defects. And then, you know, yeah, but humidification does go a long way. Oops, I sealed it up. The thing is, Wayne says, the way CGC is returning books, I don't think there's a true way to know where your books are when they're coming back. There's just no rhyme or reason. Well, it comes to moderns, you're right. The other ones are pretty much, you know, it is what it is. I think mine have been at CGC since July. So if you're talking early July, you're talking July, August, September, October. So you've got 20, 40, 60, 80. It should be any day now. Because I think their turnaround time for economy is around 70 days, I think. I'm not 100% sure. So we're getting to that point where your books will be coming back pretty soon, I hope. I think mine have been at CGC since July, he says. So I'm not sure. Again, early July, late July makes a difference. Anyways, guys, let me get out of here. I'm going to finish this baby up and get back to work because I have tons to do. And I'm on Rob's show in about an hour and a half. 2.5 hours. But I want to get some more books done before then. But listen, again, guys, if you're new, welcome to the channel. We talk comic books. Please consider subscribing to the channel, liking the content, and leaving comments in the comment section below. Because you know what? By doing so, you enter yourself automatically into draws when I decide to have them. And usually the next one's going to be when I hit 1,500 subscribers. So get on there, leave as many comments as humanly possible because that does increase your chances of winning. Remember that I will be on Robert Meyer Burnett's channel later on today at 5:30 Eastern Standard Time for his show Robservations, where we're going to be talking really quickly about the new Hawkeye series, which drops this Wednesday or Thursday. I think it's Wednesday. I'm not sure. But anyways, it's dropping either tomorrow or Thursday. We'll clarify that on the show too. But I'm giving out 2 comics. I'm giving out the first solo Kate Bishop story, as well as a pretty cool House of M book, which features a really nice image of Hawkeye on the front cover, graded 9.8 CGC white pages. So head over to Robert Meyer Burnett's site in a couple hours for your chance to win one of those books. Also, I'll be back probably in a couple of days with a What's in the Press. And I've got a couple of videos in mind that I'd like to do as well. But anyways, until then, thank you so much for dropping by. And again, have a fantastic rest of your day. And we'll see you very soon. Bye for now.